Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Teen shot in Seaville Gardens in the probing matter. A 15-year-old boy on holiday from the United States of America was shot and injured during an operation by the security forces in Seaville Gardens. The teen, an aspiring footballer who lived in Bronx, New York, was shot in the leg and hospitalized. A big-time foolishness of one, because the local youth hear gunshot a fire and run. Because him scared and the security forces them see him run and fire shot in him leg. He was unarmed, him never involved. Him don't play football and go shop go buy bag juice, and them shot him because him hear gunshot and a run. Dancehall artist Juggler, who is the boy's uncle, said. Doctors performed surgery on the teen as the bone in his leg was shattered. We demand a full and thorough investigation, an upset Juggler stated. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom was informed, attended and began investigating the shooting injury of the 15-year-old male students. The full circumstances regarding the shooting and injury are being determined by the Commission's investigation. The security forces report an engagement with at least one, possibly two males, one of whom is reportedly as allegedly pointing a firearm at the member of the security force. It is reported that of the responding officer, no JDF officer fired their weapon, but one policeman fired his weapon during the incident. No weapon was reported to Indicom investigators as being recovered from the scene. Indicom is now urging the corporation of the people who may have witnessed the incident to share any information, photos or video footages to the Commission's WhatsApp line at 876-553-5555. Man killed in Backroad police shooting. A man was fatally shot by the police at the abandoned Innes Box Museum along Port Hennessy Road in Portsmouth, St. Catherine. The deceased has been identified as Tevon Taylor. The police report that the team was along the popular backroad strip when Taylor engaged him in a firefight. The incident happened around 6 a.m. Taylor was hit in an exchange and he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police say a revolver was seized at the scene of the shooting. Homemade gun, military paraphernalia seized at murdered JLP blogger's house. Police say a homemade firearm with 2 magazine holsters and military paraphernalia were seized at the house of popular Jamaica Labour Party JLP blogger 37-year-old Philip Taylor after he was found dead in a car on Wednesday night. A police report said about 9:10 p.m., residents heard loud explosions in Union Pen, Ocho Rios. Police later found Taylor in the front seat of the Toyota Probox motor car with multiple gunshot wounds. Acting on information, the police reported conducted an operation at Taylor's house when the homemade firearm and military paraphernalia were found inside the bedroom. Taylor was pronounced dead at hospital. Body with head partially severed found in St. Catherine. The body of a man with its head partially severed was found in a stolen car at Hill Run in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Thursday. Police have listed the man as unidentified, but an envelope containing certificated passport-size pictures bearing his image and a name was removed from the car. The deceased is of dark complexion, slim build and about 6 feet tall, early in mid-30s, and sport dreadlock hairstyle. He was clad in a black shirt, bluish jeans, and blue underwear. Police reported that the resident saw a white Nissan AD wagon along a dirt track road with the front windows down and a male body wrapped in blue sheet inside the trunk. The police were summoned. On arrival of the police, it was discovered that the head was partially severed and that what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the right side of the face. The body was removed to the morgue. The motor vehicle was reported stolen on August 1, 2022. It was brought to the Spanish Town Police Station for safekeeping and further processing. Former State Minister Dr. Henry Marco Brown has died. Retired medical practitioner and former State Minister for Tourism, Dr. Henry Marco Brown has died. The late medical doctor served under the leadership of former Prime Minister Edward Seaga as a Member of Parliament for South St. James. He was also named a Medical Association of Jamaica Fellow, the highest award bestowed on members of the medical fraternity by the association. Homer Davis, Deputy General Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, in expressing condolence to Brown's family, told reporters that Brown was committed to the development of St. James during his tenure. He recalled that Brown served his party very well, both as a medical doctor and as a political representative. If nothing else, he was truly a committed soul to purpose, people and to principles, said Davis, who is a sitting member of parliament for St. James Southern. Soldier killed in two-vehicle crash in St. Catherine identified. The police have released the identity of the soldier who died in a two-vehicle crash along the Old Harbour Main Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Wednesday. He has been identified as Dwayne Anderson. Reports are that about 5:20 a.m., Anderson was driving a Toyota Corolla motor car along Old Harbour Road when he lost control of the vehicle. The unit then crashed into a taxi probox being operated as a taxi that was going in the opposite direction. 6 persons, including Anderson, sustained injuries and were taken to hospital. Anderson succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. The 5 other injured persons remained in hospital for treatment. Investigations are ongoing. Man killed, woman injured in Etham Park. A man was shot and killed and a woman injured in Etham Park, Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Thursday. The dead man has been identified as laborer Rashawn Woolell, 24, of Pillar Avenue. The police say about 11:45 a.m., Woolell was at home with a woman when several explosions were heard. Police were alerted and found him dead and the woman suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds. She was taken to hospital where she was admitted in serious condition. No motive has been established for the shooting. Police to increase monitoring of crash hotspots in St. Anne. The Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch says the police will be increasing their monitoring of several hotspots in St. Anne following a series of deadly motor vehicle mishaps over the last several weeks. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary McKenzie, commanding officer for PSTB, says most of the incidents are taking place along the stretch from Drax Hall to Discovery Bay. ACP McKenzie said discussions are taking place regarding the installation of safety features to discourage speeding. But he said the police will step up our enforcement and our visibility until these features are set up. 4 people were killed and more than 20 injured following a head-on collision involving 2 packed buses along the Landover Main Road last month. Mechanic shot dead in front of his home in Westmoreland. A mechanic was gunned down on the roadway in front of his house in Williamsfield, Westmoreland on Wednesday night. The deceased has been identified as 46-year-old Headley Malcolm, otherwise called Blacker. Malcolm also doubled a taxi operator. Reports from the Whitton police are that about 9:30 p.m., Malcolm was standing at the side of the road outside his house when a Toyota Axiom motor car drove up and occupants opened gunfire at him. He was taken to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital by relatives, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing, the police stated. Police arrest 4 in firearm ammo seizure. 4 people were arrested on Thursday and charged in connection with the seizure of a Taurus 9mm pistol and 14 rounds of ammunition in the vicinity of Colway located in Southborough, Portmore in St. Catherine. Reports are that a patrol team was in the area around 1 p.m. when a Nissan Bluebird Sylphy motor car was stopped after the occupants arose a suspicion of the police. The car was reportedly searched and the firearm and ammunition found. According to the police, the 4 people were transported to the Greater Portmore Police Station along with the motor vehicle which was seized. Their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. Father and son charged with wounding with intent. A father and son have been charged with wounding with intent following a chopping incident at Belmont District in Portland on Sunday, August 7. Charged are 55-year-old Hugh Beckford and 23-year-old Daniel Beckford, both of Belmont District. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m., the complainant had a dispute with another man, during which the Beckfords intervened and used a machete to chop him several times. The police were called and the complainant taken to hospital where he was admitted for treatment. Hugh and Daniel were subsequently arrested and charged. Concerns rise among school principals regarding government's failure to settle outstanding tax liabilities. Reporters understand that school principals are growing increasingly concerned about their colleagues being dragged before the court due to government failures to settle outstanding tax liabilities. President of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary School, Lynn Wright, confirmed the concern with reporters. It's understood that at least one principal this week was served with a notice of court action for failing to pay millions in taxes they believe were not the purview of central government. A number of school principals and teachers are at their wits' end, it seems, as a result of government bureaucracy. It's essentially an issue of the government failing to pay the government.
Yes. schools have been getting notices from tax administration in Jamaica that statutory deductions need to be turned over to them. But as you have said, we had heard that the Ministry of Education is keeping these and they'll be turning them over to the relevant authorities, keeping these sums and turning them over to relevant authorities. We have not. We have had to be going to court as a result in some instances. I cannot give you a number, but I know that I have spoken with a principal, for example, who has had to pay over money in court as a fine, from her pocket. But I think that she has since been compensated, recompensated by the ministry. I know of many other principals who have had these, but the instructions that we got from the ministry is that as soon as we get these, we should turn them over to the Ministry of Education, and I think principals have been doing that. I've had discussions we have a monthly meeting as principals with the Minister of Education, with the top brass of the ministry, including the Minister of Education. We have brought it to their attention. The remedy is that if they come to us, we should turn them over to the ministry. Whatever notices we get, we should turn over to the ministry, and they'll be dealt with from there.
But the notices are still coming in.
They are still coming, yes.
Oh dear.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell